Ciao amici! Today we're going to be making a birthday card that looks good enough to eat. By the time we're done, this card's actually going to look like a slice of cake. The way we are going to achieve this effect is with this awesome, I wish you could feel this, it's so nice, foam. This is Project Foam from Fairfield World. They are sponsoring this crafty hangout today, but honestly, even if I wasn't working with them, this is the foam that I would buy. It's just great quality, soft to the touch, and you can use it in lots of different ways. This is left over from a cushion project that I made, and I always save all my scraps because I can use them for lots of different projects. So let's get started cutting this foam. I like to cut it with an electric cutting knife. So I've got this piece that's about a 5-inch square, more or less, and I'm going to take out my electric knife, and let me decide which angle I want to cut it from. I think I'll go with this one. Let's go this way. Let's make a nice big slice. Sorry, I'm being so indecisive right now. I'm going to be cutting this at a triangle like this, and I want to point out that when you cut, so here's going to be about 2 inches here, you don't want to make a super fine point. When you try to do that, you end up with something like this. Do you see those ratty edges? So it's better to leave yourself a little room here. And, sorry, this is going to be noisy. Here we go. Okay, I got this nice clean cut. Let me get this bigger piece of foam out of the way. And now I want to make the layers of my cake. So I'm going to set this down. I'm going to cut right close to the middle. I'm only going to cut a couple of millimeters in, like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing, just a teeny bit over. Okay, and I know this is hard to see on the camera, but I've got 2 slight cuts here. So I can take my scissors, find the edges of my cut, and like I said, this is a little hard to see. And I'm going to cut right up here. I'll raise that up so you can see what I'm doing. I just want to get a little bit of the foam out, and that's where I'm going to put my fake icing. So it'll look like I have a nice layered cake. Goodness, this light is making it hard for me to see where I'm cutting. I promise you when you do this it's not as hard, but I've got some bright lights here so that the lighting looks good on my video. And I'm almost at the end there. Just rip that out, and it doesn't have to be super neat because it's going to be filled with pretend icing. So I've got my wedge there, my slice. I'm going to get a little bit more out right here that I missed. Alright, so there's my slice of cake, and I think I want it to go this way. Now before I start icing it, actually let me get this electric knife out of the way, I don't need any accidents. I'm going to put the backing on my card. So for that, I'm using just cardstock and this Aleene's Fabric Fusion. Okay, I like this because it sticks really well to the foam. So I'm going to place my backing here, and you could be more precise and use your paper cutter. I'm just going to be quick right now and just trim along the edges. Okay, so this fits the back of my card. I'm going to take the sheet. Oh, grabbed the wrong one. Didn't want to come with it. I'm going to trim it down just a little so it fits my paper. Trim off the excess. Okay. Take off the backing. You can see, you can feel the sticky side there. Attach it to my paper. Peel off the backing. This stuff's really sticky. Oh my goodness. I swear this happens every time. Like when I'm making it by myself and nobody's watching, this is so easy to do, but the second you turn on a camera, it's like, ah, nothing wants to cooperate. Okay. Oh, looks like I have it the wrong way there. And there we go. I've got the back of my card, and now I'm ready to decorate the front of my cake. To make the icing, I'm using this wonderful collage clay, and it's just as easy as icing a real cake. There's different tips that you can use. I'm using the star-shaped tip. So I just take off the cap that this came with, and there we go. Someone screwed that on tightly. Whew. All right, it's just like an icing bag. Let me test some out just to make sure it's coming out nicely. There we go. So I'm going to start with my layers here. Just squeeze it out and fill in that little ridge that I just cut. There, it's already starting to look like a cake, isn't it? Now I'm going to go to the side here, and you can ice it lots of different ways. I like to just do the stars. Whoops. Oh goodness, there we go. There, now I've got it going. Okay. I'll be honest, I'm not very good at icing, so this stuff did take me a little bit of practice before I finally got the hang of it, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy to do. Okay. So I'm going to continue this way, fill up the whole side. And normally I would be a bit neater with this, but since I don't want to bore you guys to death, I'm going to fill in quickly. You'll definitely want to take your time so your gift looks nice and neat. So once you're done with the side, repeat the same thing on the top. So I like to start at the end there. And so I do like a row of 2 stars, then 3, and then, you know, even if you can't fit 4 in, just squeeze more out so that it fills up more space. And just continue squeezing those out. I am such a wimp, my hand's already getting tired. That's why I don't do much baking. But this I'll do. I think this is the best way to have a cake. No calories. You get to enjoy it with your eyes. Almost done. Come on, just a little bit more. And once I'm done icing this, if you want to embellish it with glitter or other things, you can absolutely do that. Make it as fancy as you want. I like to take a wood number or even a candle, just insert it in there, set it up to dry, and leave that for a couple of hours. And then when you come back, it'll look like a finished piece of cake. And you can sign the back of the card. I'll glue a ribbon or a tag onto it so I can hang it off a present, and it just looks adorable. So, hard to believe that that started out with Project Foam, huh? Yummy. Thanks for stopping by, and check out Morena's Corner for more crafty tutorials. Ciao.